Welcome to our family road trip across Armenia, and our final destination is Areni. That's right, it has less than 1,800 people, around 10,000 in the wider municipality, the region. Anyway, this place features some really beautiful monasteries, a lot of vineyards, and let's just get there. So our journey started off in Sivan. We headed south. The actual drive is 2 hours 20 minutes. Took us a bit longer, and you'll see why. Areni is nested very close to the western Azerbaijan territory. Our first spontaneous stop was at this location, 2,410 meters above sea level. This shelter was built in 1332 and it is still standing strong. It belongs to the mountain pass, the Silk Road, that allowed travelers and traders to take shelter here on their long journeys in these mountains. As you can see, this place has quite a lot of space, and if you take a look at the left here, it expands further and further, and apparently they put the livestock in here as well during really bad weather. This was a very quick stop, and we enjoyed the views of the mountains before getting back on the road. The area has a very small gravel car park and a few dogs to welcome you when you actually arrive. We wrapped up at this location and got back on the road, the very windy road with the amazing views. Let me show you how this winds around. The road is in good conditions, not too many potholes at all, so we enjoyed it, despite all the spaghetti track as you can see on the map here. There wasn't much else on the road down here, so we finally arrived and started driving through the canyons, which is quite spectacular, reminding me a little bit of North Arizona near the Grand Canyon. Before the hotel, our first stop is the famous Novovank Monastery, which is conveniently located on top of the mountain with a car park so you can just drive up all the way. And this is one of the top attractions in this area. There are two churches up on this mountain. The first one is in the labels here. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. And right next to it is the car park where you can see the couple departing. So it's easy to park the car and get straight to the churches, which is a contrast to the previous one in Sivan, which required a bit of a hike to get to the top of the mountain. Anyway, the views here are absolutely spectacular. And this is the other church, which was built in 1205, and it was the original church building on this site. Inside, everything is well kept and intact, and there's a private chapel for the Orebilian princess. The other church on site was built in 1339 and is actually 2 stories, which is a big deal in the church architectural business. While on site, it'll take roughly 15-20 minutes to see everything in quite a lot of detail, do your prayers, take the photos, and then exit to the car park. Also to note, when going inside the churches, you have to have your shoulders covered and something longer that goes below the knees. This is an active church, and we saw at least 3 priests, padres on site. This is us trying to take a photo in the shade. And at this point, Nicola was very insistent that we get to a swimming pool ASAP. So we're going to go find one right after church. Anyway, where there's a will, there's a way. We found the one and only swimming pool in the village. Yep, that is the highway. All right, so check it out. After the road trip, we managed to find a swimming pool, and this place is huge. And check out the background. All rocks, beautiful location. Couldn't ask for anything better, especially with the temperature hitting about 28-30 degrees, something like that, on the drive down here from Lake Sivan to Areni. That's where we are. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the hotel now and then take it from there. See you in a moment. Areni Wine and Art Hotel. Let us go inside and find out how this place is. Well, there's a lot of outdoor sitting and also indoor sitting, and they have a resident dog called Choco, which was great news for Nicola. And they became friends very, very fast.
Buddy.
The wine cellar and winemaking factory is actually downstairs, which we'll get to a bit later in this video. First is unpacking the bag and checking into the room. And we don't know who this girl is in the video. Who are you? Okay, where's the dog? This is a boutique hotel and it has got aircon and great facilities, which is very welcoming after the long road trip. This is a family-run boutique hotel with lots of chilling spaces for the guests and a library. Anyway, we got straight into the food, eating some of the local produce. This over here is some mountain herbs with sesame seed, local feta cheese. The salad was easy to get to know, and this was a special dish called kashlama, which is a vegetable and lamb stew. And where there is food, there is Choco, our resident dog, coming to take a quick bite. Choco, I can't see your face, buddy. There you go.
Stainless steel tanks and a very good example of Areni in general. Again, the style of wine is very elegant. It's 12.5% alcohol and a lot of cherry aromas.
After introduction to all the products, we went to bed, and next morning it was straight to breakfast. I'll put my foot down. Some kind of tomato egg omelette. Next was the tour of the winemaking facility.
Wines that won award would probably be in that top 10.
Okay, that's
So that tells
sad, yeah, exactly.
That tells something, I believe.
They probably have.
Gravity flows down. So it's a little bit more of a different approach to winemaking as well, and very common, especially in natural wine. Of the indigenous Armenian grapes and the whole winemaking traditions we had.
After checking out, our next stop was the Holy Mother of God Church, which was built in 1321 and 1 kilometer away from our hotel. Once again, it sits on top of a mountain and holds its own space. This is how far it is from the hotel.
That guy? Not this guy, the actual artist. He made this 14 years earlier.
There is a cemetery right next to the monastery as well, and the road leading up to this place is paved and quite narrow for 2 cars, but it is manageable and convenient that you can drive all the way up. Also, we saw some pelican nests. There's quite a lot of these all around Areni, and that is as close as we got to it. On the way out, we saw a lot of grape plants for the vineyards, and we started our drive towards Yerevan, the capital. Defensive driving in Armenia is mandatory because everything happens on the road. As we got closer and closer to Yerevan, we could start seeing Mount Arayat.
The one who's gonna die. Oh, look at the wire.
All right, mountain on the right side. The drive back to Yerevan was very smooth as the roads are very modern, and yes, that's a lot of people passing us, but that is a regular Tuesday in Armenia. Our next part of the journey is relocating from Armenia to Georgia via a private van. You can watch that video in this series. One more monastery before we hit Yerevan. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself and see you in the next episode.